2. We are live. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. I am honored to be the host of the amazing adventures of Heather and Priscilla and Dr. Gill. And Priscilla is just returning back. We They had a little incident with their tire, and we had somebody fixing it for them. So welcome, welcome.
Yeah, you're liable to
Aw.
hear a little air pump. He's airing up the spare, and then we'll be going down the mountain in a little bit to get the new tire on.
I hope the
It's always an adventure.
Do you want to talk about why you're going down to the mountain?
You mean for noon? No, not yet. That's tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow. I thought that was
No, I mean talk about it
okay.
later. But we are going with the shaman this afternoon. Heather going up the mountain with the shaman at 3:00. And until then, Dr. Gale's going to spend some time with us because she's changing B&Bs again. But this is her last one. And so she's going to be staying with us for today. And then we'll get together, I guess, tomorrow sometime. But tomorrow we're going to see falls and things like that.
Are you?
Excellent.
In the lake. We want to go to Lake Siskiyou.
Yeah, that's real close.
We like that. Close.
And like us, we have a doggy with us.
Yeah, this is Jezebel. This is my dog.
Hey, Jezebel.
And my cat's
Aw.
inside, Dirty Harriet. So, I had to be out of my Airbnb at 11, and my next one doesn't open till 4, so I always have a transition to what to do with it. These kind ladies offered me their place to come in and stay these few hours in between
Oh, absolutely.
Airbnbs.
Oh, yeah.
And we have learned a lot about Airbnbs.
Well, yeah.
Wow. And mine threw me a curveball when I was moving out, that I had a whole list of things I had to do, which I've never had this happen before. I had to take the trash out, strip the beds, put all my linen in one spot. I had to make sure the air conditioner was off. And what else did I have to do?
Wash the dishes.
Take
out the trash.
Yeah, I had a lot to do, and so, and then they were pushing me on what time I was leaving. So I haven't experienced that on Airbnb, and these two can talk about their experience.
Well, we went VRBO, and our place is pretty much a dump.
Oh,
It's
no.
really old and ramshackle, and it's okay. I mean, the lights
safe.
went out the first night we were here, and you can imagine in the mountains, it is total pitch black. Luckily,
Wow.
we have candles because we carry our candles with our, what's the scent?
Citron.
No,
No.
the
No.
white sage
We have
candles.
sage candles.
So we
Take everywhere.
gave Dr. Gail one for her new place, and then we have them all over our place. And thank goodness, because it was
Well, also getting up
very
here,
dark.
getting to this place.
You know what came into my head when you were listing all the things you had to?
Uh-huh.
That song, da 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 da, don't do it, and yakety yak, don't talk back. They're telling you all the stuff.
Yes,
to do.
we're a couple of miles up a hill, a mountain, and luckily we have a 4-wheel drive because you almost need it.
And we sent pictures to her. Okay, if you turn, this is on this side, and this is on this side, and the only thing I forgot to tell you is that you get off the good road and go to one that's like this.
Yeah. Well, you already told me that before.
But it doesn't matter because it's beautiful. The drive up here,
gorgeous.
even though it's wild, it's just beautiful. You feel like you're in a magical forest.
Yeah.
And the energy is incredible. I had no sleep the first night because I had restless leg and the air went off, so there was no fans or anything. It got stuck.
Oh, no.
And you know what? I made it yesterday until about 8:00, and because of the energy.
Yeah.
Right.
That and the time change.
But I still had energy no matter how much sleep or lack of sleep that I had, and played up on the mountain a couple of times, and it was good.
And met Saint Germain.
Met Saint Germain. Heather has a
picture of
picture of Saint Germain. He was with us on top of the mountain. The three of us went up.
Not in 3D.
Not in 3D. We
No.
captured his essence on
Film.
the film, which that was pretty interesting.
And it was
Wow.
weird because I took pictures this morning, and sometimes the mountains in them, and sometimes the mountain's not, and it's the
Same
coast.
sunny day. So,
Oh
I
my
wonder, does the
gosh.
mountain go in and out of dimensions?
Well, I'm sure the energy does, but I don't know that it physically does.
Well, I'm
didn't
wondering
show up.
because of that picture, because I don't know how a mountain disappears out of the picture. And
It
comes
took
back
me a
in.
while to get to where I could get a picture of the mountain. It was just not showing up.
And yet
It's
it's there.
I said, "You got to see something."
So,
That's
do you have any
fascinating.
questions for us?
Yeah, I can't wait to hear all about it when you guys get back and you're able to show us the pictures. That is so amazing. So, Ron Unconditional Love is sending his love, and Warrior Girl and Starfish Astrology Happenings. Everybody is so excited. White
Hi,
Dragon.
everybody. We're
Hi,
sending you.
Ruth is here. G.
Beautiful.
Covington is here. Everybody is supporting you and is so excited that you're coming to us live. This is unprecedented. I'm so excited. The energy that you girls are just emitting is just absolutely beautiful. Can you tell me just a
Aw,
little bit about what each of your experiences are like so far? Aw. Beautiful
You
energy.
start?
Beautiful.
Well,
What was the question?
the energy.
What
was
we
your
felt so
experience?
far.
But we felt so. Yeah, you go ahead and start it.
No, you go ahead and start. No one needs to start.
I generally don't feel energy. I see things, and I get the feelings that I have to do something. But as far as saying the immense energy, yeah, there's a lot of energy because there's so much more energy for us to use. And I will say this is the first time. I mean, you have described it, but this is the first time that I felt that there was so much love that I was crying.
We walked
Oh.
the labyrinth on top of the mountain. Well, as far as you can get up there anyway. Do you know how high that is, that spot?
I don't know. You know, when Danny and Bill were here, they told us exactly where every foot it was.
I don't know.
I'm just up here.
Yeah, we're just enjoying.
It's quite high though. And we walked the labyrinth, and when I got in the center, I took what looks like a Christmas orb that I got from my guardian angel Seth, and I put the energy into my heart, and then I raised my hands up to the sky, and all I wanted to do was cry with joy. And it's giving me chills right now. The energy of love. I'm sure Saint Germain was right there with me, because the energy was just unconditional love, that kind that makes you cry.
Yeah, and I knew Saint Germain was with us when I was in there, because I almost couldn't get out. The walking became so difficult for me. My hips are out, and it was so hard to move that I had to stop, and I would take a few more steps and I'd have to stop. And thank you, you fixed it. So
Oh, is it better?
It was
much
better
today.
immediately.
Of course.
Okay, good.
We were working on each
Divine.
other on top of the mountain.
With a little help too. So, but yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
I actually was able
Wow.
to do it again without having to stop later on in the afternoon. So that
Oh, good,
definitely worked.
good.
So.
I'm glad to hear it. You always want to hear that.
Yes.
But he was helping me get out of there because I was not able to hardly move. It was weird.
Wow.
Yeah, and we went back up there again last night or yesterday afternoon, which is when I found out our tire pressure was bad. We have this behemoth. What is that thing? Chevy Suburban. It is enormous and perfect for this place. They upgraded us. I guess they didn't have the car we asked for, and they gave us
I
this
wondered
thing.
why y'all got such a large vehicle.
We just asked for an
We
SUV,
literally have
but
to
they didn't
climb
have any.
in it.
Climbing in and figure out how to jump out without killing myself.
I just figured y'all were going to do that much shopping.
Oh yes, the crystal store, the purple crystal store.
Oh yeah,
You could spend a couple of hours in there very easily.
we
I
spent
bought
at
a
least
few
an
things.
hour,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
we were. Are you going to get that?
And you're
musical
going
machine?
back. You're going back
Oh,
too.
we have to. And then
Yeah,
there's
several
others.
things we have to go back and get.
We haven't spent a lot of time shopping, but we did spend an hour or so in the crystal shop.
Which there's
Very
lots of crystal
nice.
shops here.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, and I was told that we need to go to the crystal shop in Dunsmere.
Dunsmere, yeah, the
We
guy
have to go there.
the guy that works in there, he can tell you where all the good energy places to go. And he's a tree hugger, so he
Oh,
he,
good.
We did that yesterday too. We
He
got pictures.
right. He can tell you what trees to go to, where the power trees are.
Cool.
He can tell you that. So he's real nice, and he actually has a YouTube channel himself.
Oh, neat.
So
You'll have to give me the link.
yeah, I will.
Yeah.
And,
Can you see Jezebel down there? I don't think so.
No, no,
She's
you guys are
She's a
based.
people pettier. She's okay.
Aw.
Right.
So, Dr. Gail, are you
So I guess we'll be
settling?
going
How
to
are you
Dunsmere
settling
tomorrow.
in?
what was that?
So, Dr. Gail, how are you settling
Oh,
in?
I'm not settling in. I'm still in between Airbnbs. In fact, I just came out of one today, and then I have we're about 6 hour layover till I get into my next one. That will be my last Airbnb. Monday, I get to go into my apartment, and I feel like I have already been here a year because there's so much difference with me, and my energy and things are changing, and what's amazing is my healing ability has exploded, and also I'm changing to where my channel is going to be for experiencers. And what experiences are the people who have had ET contact with either 3D, 5D, whatever, coming in your bedroom. My channel's going to be going more towards experiencers, and that's what I'm getting here. I'm moving away from the implants and the negative entities. Mary, who comes on with me once a month on doing a live, she is taking over those duties. And also I had another ET, her name was Abigail. She's a Lyran. She's taken over the administrative things that I was doing. And so they're moving me quickly into another area now, which I'm finally glad to find out what's going on or why I'm here.
Wow.
That's it. Because there will be a lot of experiencers here. And experiences, that is people who've had ET or alien contact. And you need to talk about it. You don't have anybody to talk about it to because everybody thinks you're crazy. So I'm that safe place. And I do lives once a week that you can come in on my chat and ask the questions. Or if you're not comfortable with that, you can contact me at Dr. Gail Starseed at Gmail, or my appointment site is, this is new, Dr. Gail Starseed Healer.com. So those are
Oh,
the
cool.
two.
Great.
And Susie 007 is the one that y'all see in the chat box. She's the one that set all that up for me. Thank goodness. It'd never
Thank you,
happened.
Susie.
It would have never happened if I had to do it.
I know that feeling. It's a good thing we have our friend here, Jean.
Yeah. So anyway,
Absolutely.
Saint Germain came to me. He is part. Yeah, he's part of the mountain here, and he came. Actually, he contacted me, one other person that y'all don't know, but also Danny Bathertero. He contacted all of us when Danny was here, and then when we did our first meditation, there he was, Saint Germain, and he told me who he was. He didn't identify himself before. He was just this big, tall, white being that was showing up, and we're just like, who are you? Anyway, so it is Saint Germain, and he is associated with the mountain, and he is the violet flame that people talk about. He's part of that. Yeah.
Yes, you've been pulling that violet flame
Flame a
card a
lot.
lot lately.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
that Saint Germain is all about that.
I believe it.
Wow.
That's cool.
So anyway, Monday I get to go in my permanent place, and then I get to furnish it. And so then,
I can help you furnish. I love to furnish places.
that was
But I'll be back in Key West.
yeah, just go in there and do it for me. I'll just walk in. Right at this point, that's all I
Just so
want.
long as it's not like this.
I'd be fine with that, just as long as I have a place
you
to go.
all right?
I've been through a lot.
You have since you left home, since you got here.
So yeah,
So-
my standards of what I want in a place is really low because the location's fantastic.
It is.
Location is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I
that's
would hate
just
to be here
wonderful.
when it
So
snowed.
if anybody
I
is
wanna go
interested in, sorry? If
Go ahead.
anybody wants to come to, if anybody's interested in visiting Mount Shasta and wants to take a trip of their own, are there any pointers that you wanted to, that you might be able to share?
Well, the mountain's the most powerful. I would say be sure you bring a sweatshirt or a jacket because it drops like 10 degrees as you go up the mountain.
And don't wear flip
Oh.
flops.
Yeah, people get kind of taken back by that it is chilly, even though it is July or August and it's chilly on the mountain,
But
especially in the morning.
it's beautiful. You're going to want to take lots of pictures. So make sure your camera's charged up. And
Be prepared.
And stay in Mount Shasta, the city.
Yeah.
Dunsmuir's lovely, but it's pretty far away. And the next time I
Well,
come,
here it
it'll
is. It
yeah.
only takes me where I'm at 6 minutes to get to it.
It takes us 20.
Takes us-
What? I think it
But
takes us 15
it
just
is
to get down the mountain.
gorgeous.
So stay in Dunsmuir town.
Yeah.
Don't stay in.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're here so we could get used to the energy before we actually hit it right on. But the only advice I have is listen. And feel, because the mountain itself will tell you where you need to be.
Also, don't go up to the mountain. You're 15 minutes.
No,
That's for sure.
no.
You're going to not want to go. You're not going to want to leave the mountain when you get up.
And when you do, you're going to want to go right back up.
Yep. We had to come
Really?
down yesterday and to rest. And then it was like, I need to go back up. I want to go
Okay,
back
let's
up.
go back.
Do we want to go somewhere else? No, I want to go back up to the mountain.
It
Wow.
calls you. It does call
Yes.
you.
And it's not really like
Excuse
you have a
me.
choice. You just have to go.
Right. And yeah, it's the energy. You're getting used to that energy. And when you start driving away from it, you're like, oh no, I don't want to leave this.
No.
Oh,
Go
I
back.
see.
And actually, when you see it, it calls you. It's almost like calling you, come up here. And generally take a gift with you. It can be something simple to give to the mountain.
Flower.
Oh.
I
Okay.
usually take a flower. Just pick something up on the way up. Nothing's fancy. It's just a symbol of your what do you call it?
Respect.
Respect for the mountain.
Yes.
And I brought some flags. We want to go to the prayer circle and
The prayer.
drop off.
You have to.
We can see they're all there.
Yeah, you have
So-
to also go to the garden, the prayer garden.
Right.
Mhm. Definitely the
Oh,
prayer garden.
Talking about energy there. That's amazing. I've also was told to go to Crystal Lake. Was one there's a portal and it's powerful there. I've been there twice. The first time it was super touristy, and I just turned around and left. So if you're gonna want to go to places like that, be an early bird and get there before everybody else does. Because when I did go back up there, I went back about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was there by myself, and it was amazing. And also, it does in the summertime. It gets light at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it gets
Or
dark
sooner.
about 10 o'clock at night. So
Yeah.
you've got.
All day.
When Danny was here, he wanted to go to the mountain to watch the sunset. Because I didn't realize the sunset was not going to be till 10.
That's what we were thinking. We wanted to get out on the mountain with our night vision goggles, but it's like 10 o'clock. I'm pooped.
Yeah.
There's
The
no way
first
I'm
night-
going anywhere.
We were still on the other time, so we were up when it turned dark, and so it was a very unusual viewing. There was a lot of stuff.
UFOs over us. We
Wow.
saw them with our night vision goggles. So that.
Yeah.
But I'd really like to see it on the mountain with the night vision goggles. I don't know if we'll make it or not. It's late.
Or do they
And
close
really,
that
you
off,
do
so
get up
we're
at
able
5
to go up
o'clock
there
because
that
we're
Yeah.
on East Coast
Good.
time and it's sunny and it's beautiful and you don't want to lay in bed any longer.
All right.
night? No.
All right. And there's so many energy places here that you can talk to anybody, and somebody's going to say, oh, you got to go here. Yeah, the locals. Oh, you got to go here. You got to go here. And you're just like overwhelmed by how many different places you need to go.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I am going.
Has
I'm not talking
has
about what's in a book. I'm talking about.
I know.
I'm talking about the
It
locals.
It doesn't
wanted
even
to
have you want to in that book.
Right.
It's got other
This
places.
is one book that we picked up at the rock shop.
Soul Connections.
So
That's the official name of it. Soul Connection. We call it the purple store because the color of the outside
it's
is
purple.
purple. And you can see it among all the stores. It takes up a whole city block. No,
Yeah,
a whole
it
city
does.
block.
Well,
Half
half.
of it, yeah.
Half of it for
And,
sure.
We didn't realize it was that big. It's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. And has lots of good stuff in there.
Yep, lots of good
And I've
stuff.
spent too much money in there.
Yeah, and I intend to spend more
Right.
before we leave.
Of course, the McLeod Falls, that is good, especially that is not as great from McLeod Falls. You can drive up and go and look at it, and there's 3 levels, and I believe it's the middle level that's the best. A lot of people make the mistake, and I think you're thinking upper ones are going to be the best, but it's actually the lower 2 that are the best. And there's lots of hiking, lots and lots and lots of hiking around here.
Nice paths, nice trails.
Right, and even the highways are really nice. Oh,
Yeah.
even the road up to
Oh.
our cabin is really nice, until it's not.
And it's
But
single
beautifully paved.
file, so you're totally enclosed in. And I'm hoping we never meet anybody other than the motorcycle. And even that seemed like it was
Oh,
close.
I know. That's what I thought. How in the world does anybody pass on this road?
I know, right?
Exactly. Exactly. We don't want to.
Wow.
Because you're
have
up
anybody.
against the mountain on one, you're off the
So-
mountain on the other.
That
So,
part of
Dr. Gail,
Carolina
Dr.
Mountains,
Gail,
when I was coming. Yes.
I was just wondering, I've seen and heard a lot about the light beings that are living on the mountain that people have seen with their own eyes in the woods, I guess, or up on the mountain. Have you heard anything about the light beings, or do you know anybody who has seen the light beings?
Well, it's the Lemurians that live
Yeah.
here, and they contacted me before I even moved out here. When I made my decision I was coming, they contacted me and they said that's what they wanted to be called, was Lemurians. When I got here, that was verified that that's what they want to be called. They're just not light beings in the mountains. They're also, when I got here, I could feel them in the city. They're among the people, and they're also in the mountains. So they, I have taken a tour through my third eye inside the mountain with them. And actually, that was the first day that Danny, Kim, and Bill and I were meditating. We decided we were going, it's called Telos, the city. And we were going to go to the city Telos, and we all had great experiences there. I have put it out there that some people do get to go there in the 3D and see it. And I really, 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 hopefully, I'll be honored to be one of those people in the future that'll get to go in there. But yeah, they're all around here. It's well known that they're here. Some of the people that are local and not metaphysical, they know they're here, but they don't recognize them being here. I can sometimes tap into the energy of somebody who's different, and I'm thinking that soon I'm going to be able to tap in and know exactly who is a Lemurian and who's not. But when I first got
Wow.
here, I felt like everybody was watching me. I've never felt people watching me before, and I'm sure it was them. They're not watching me as much as they were when I first got here, which is
We felt them watching us on the mountain yesterday.
Yeah.
When we were in the woods part, we definitely felt
Yeah.
somebody watching us.
right, and it's kind of
Wow.
a feeling which I've never. It's almost like you got Lemurian stalkers. I've never felt like that before when people were watching me. But as I said, they've relaxed now; they're not watching me now. But yeah, that's the story. It's Telos and it's Lemurians, and Lemurians, I would say, mostly look Palladian, and the ones that are coming in town look like us. So I'm guessing there are a lot of hybrids, and that's why they want to be called Lemurians. They don't want to be called like Palladians or something else.
Yes, I've been in contact with one of the Lemurians.
That's right. That's
And-
right. I didn't think you were going to go
And
there.
No, I just wanted to say that I've been in contact, and we'll see what happens.
and I've got pictures of dots in. It's not dirt because they're in different places in all the different
In
pictures.
photos,
So
we've got
we
a
know
lot
that
of
they're-
orb-looking.
Yeah, but they're just dark. They're not
Yeah,
like
they're
oranges, just like
they're
dots.
dark orbs. They're not like white orbs. They almost look like little black gray smudges, but there's no way that could be there because the picture before it doesn't have it, and the picture after it doesn't have it.
No, they're just in a
So-
different place. So
we're not quite sure what that is.
Interesting pictures.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
We'll know more about the Lemoore tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And
Right.
the
Yeah, no, everybody is familiar with her. Even the people who are not metaphysical, they're very familiar with the Lemurians.
Here, yeah.
right, right. So the tall white being that you say identified itself as Saint Germain. When you say tall, how tall would you say? Is it 7 feet, 11 feet, 20 feet?
Probably about 8 or 9.
8 or 9
8 or
is what I would
9,
think
yeah.
from that photograph you've got.
Yeah.
8 or 9 feet.
Good
Interesting.
size.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, also when he showed up, our meditation, not with them, when I was with Danny and Kim and Bill, he showed up with his mate, is what he called her. Her name was Cleo. So there were 2 of them that had joined us on that meditation. And so he didn't tell me what Cleo's function or what her duties were, except that she was his mate.
Lovely.
So anyway, I got to meet her. Well, we all got to meet her too.
Cool.
That's just fascinating. Now, are there like meeting groups in town where you can share your experiences or learn more about how to connect?
I'm sure there are. I read about a couple in this little book that I showed up at.
Yeah, I'm just not ready yet. I think they're wanting me to get all my information. Well, it's always been that from the
Yeah.
beginning. They want my information coming from them before I go into groups. I think they want me firmly in my own beliefs and on my own knowledge before I join a group.
I feel the same way. That's
Yeah.
been my experience too.
Right.
I don't really do groups.
Right. Now, I've met a lot of different people here that are very accepting of what I do. And anytime I meet somebody here, they're pretty fascinated by what I do, and which I'm finding odd because I think they're pretty fascinating too.
We're all fascinated
Yeah.
by everything here.
Yeah. But everybody acts like they haven't met anybody like me. And
Well, I haven't.
I haven't.
I've never met anybody like you before.
well, am I the odd one?
I don't think so.
All 3 of us are unique.
There we go. We're all unique.
We're all unique.
But anyway, yeah, they've embraced me here, definitely. And I'm hoping not to become a toy, which I'm kind of sometimes feeling like show and tell. Look what we found. Look what we found.
Once you get settled, your life is going to change. All this moving around makes things hard.
Yeah.
And once you get settled in your own place, you're going to find your feet and everything's going to be
Yeah,
awesome.
I have met a wonderful lady. Her name is Priscilla Joyce.
Oh,
And she's
Something about that name.
yeah. Oh, wait a minute. It's not Priscilla Joyce. It's Dorothea Joyce. Dorothea. And she's a musician, and she's taken me under her wing and wanting to help me and get me around and getting to meet the right people. So she's coming from her heart, I can tell. And so I'm glad to have met her. So she's be a big help in the future. And I also have met, going to lunch with another lady who doesn't have anything to do with metaphysical, and she doesn't really understand it. But she, but
Oh, sorry.
and she's worried. She's worried that I'm not going to be her friend because of that. And I'm going, no, I need to know everybody. I need to know every realm with anybody in this.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with that. She's not in it. Just, we can share more information that way, or different information.
Right.
But she's been in Mount Shasta all her life, and she knows
Wow.
about the Lemurians too.
I'm sure.
Not like I do though.
Yeah, not like you.
She's learning from you too.
Yeah, she is. She's listening to me, and she's fascinated by it. So anyway.
Yeah.
well, that's amazing. I think that it's no coincidence
questions? I hear
that
my
so
cat.
many people from our community had the call to go to Mount Shasta all at the same time. It was like a convergence. It was, I think that Priscilla and Heather had planned their
Isn't that
trip even
weird?
before that you said that you were going, and Danny and Kim were going. It was, I'm
Mhm.
it's just there is no coincidence, and yeah, I think it's fascinating. Do you have any insight in that?
Yeah, for me, yeah, right now I'm thinking that everybody's up here to connect and connect with this energy and take it with them. And I think me being here, I'll be the thread or whatever that puts that energy, which it'll connect to them immediately. Is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling this web that I am connecting to it. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Nice analogy.
I think it's just part of the ascension process that we're all going through. I think the time is getting close that we're going to hear more about the beings and the Lemurians. I think they think it's time that people are waking up, and we're being called here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
And I think it's so important.
So exciting.
I think it's important if we circle back and go to the very beginning when you said, as soon as you walk up on the mountain, that's all that you feel is this unconditional love, this safety, this place that you are desiring to be. And once you walk away from that vibration, you want to just go right back in it. I think this is teaching all of us that this is what these beings consist of. They're not to be feared. They're not to be, cautioned. It's unconditional love. And the vibration is helping us and helping us to level up. I think that's just so important to keep in mind with all of these different realms, that it's unconditional love that is the common thread or the common vibration with all of them.
Yeah, I think so too. We have to all remember that, because that's what it's all about, is unconditional love. That's what the universe is all about.
Right.
We just need to get back to it.
I think that's beautiful that you both are all three, and then you described that, Danny and Kim also felt that unconditional love, that pull, that it's like a pull that's like you can't you don't want to resist it. You want to just go with it. You want to go up to the mountain. I wonder what the mountain is doing when it calls you back to it. I wonder what the frequency does to this human vessel when we're at the mountain. Just raising our vibration, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it absorbs into your cells, that you almost become part of the mountain.
Right.
Yeah.
We're upgraded.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely upgraded. And yeah, I agree.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Makes it
That
so
is an interesting.
you awake and do things.
Oh, and the water. I don't know if people know about the water. The water.
yeah.
This is the first place the water comes out of the mountain, so it's the freshest, the cleanest. They don't filter it. They don't do anything to it here. So when you're getting tap water, it's fresh off the mountain, and there's places to go fill bottles and whatever for that you can go fill it up right off the mountain. And it's the freshest, cleanest water you can get.
It's actually, the headwaters are in the middle of Mt Shasta city, in their city park. So you can take bottles and everything down there to the city park. And we haven't been there yet, but we plan to go. Have you been there yet?
Oh yeah, I did a
headwaters?
video on that.
Oh, good. So we haven't gotten there yet, but tomorrow's our day for exploring the other places. We have plans today, and but tomorrow we're going to do some more exploring. Maybe you could join us tomorrow.
If you're not moved, if you're moved in. But we understand you're kind of busy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Maybe you just meet us for a meal.
I feel bad about it because everybody comes up here. I go, I am doing other stuff. I can't vacation with y'all.
No, that's
true.
fine. But you might have a meal with us.
Yeah,
How's it going? How much did you get done?
Yeah, I like to try to do a couple of hours, but then it's like I have a lot of other stuff I am doing.
Absolutely.
Right.
So what's on your schedule for today?
That's my dog.
Well, she's moving as soon as she can, but we actually have an appointment in town at noon, and then after that we're going up with the shaman. So we'll see what
We're
happens.
still going to be
after
on the
that.
mountain.
We're going to be back up on the mountain for sure.
Is
I
this
have no, I
something
have
that
no
you
idea
can
where
maybe,
we're going with the shaman.
is this something that you can record while you're there and bring back with you?
No.
No, I
No.
don't think so. This is
I
pretty.
can see me taking pictures, but not at certain times.
Right.
We'll have to see. Well, where we can video, we do, and where we can't, we won't.
Exactly.
We'll have to see about
Some,
that.
sometimes that you have to do a video before you go into the mountain energy. And you can't just record or think about what's happening when you're meditating or connecting with the mountain.
Right.
Somehow that just feels like it's interfering, or your
Mhm.
mind's not able to completely
Let go.
let go if you're videotaping it.
Yeah.
So a lot
Interesting.
of times when I'm
Interesting.
doing my videotapes, when I'm doing videotapings on certain places, I'm doing it before, get it out of the way, and then I go connect with it.
Yes. That's what I have to do.
Right.
I can't do both. But we'll
I understand.
we'll
I
see.
understand. That makes a lot of sense.
We have
Mhm.
no idea. We're just
Here with
Yes.
different times, so people need to know that they're all locally owned in Mount Shasta, just a few chains, and so when they run out of food, they close. And there's a great bakery there, which was one of the first places I found out what happened. They open at 6:30. A great bakery food, and they are open from 6:30 to 11. And I tried going in there one day at like 10, and they were closed. And so I asked them next time I got them. They said, "Oh, we run out. We close usually by 9:30. So we're open usually 6:30 to 9:30 for hours or to 11, but they run out of food." And that's common in Mount Shasta. So you really have to, well, even if you see hours,
Don't believe them.
don't believe them, because
They're optional.
yeah, there was a rock shop I had to go to, I don't know how many times, and their hours were like from 11 to 6 or 11 to 7. I'm not sure which. And I finally got in there in the afternoon, and I asked the owner, I said, "What are your hours here?" And he goes, "Oh, well, I open 12, maybe 12:30, maybe 1:30.
When it gets up.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have to accept that now. The real touristy places like Yaks. If y'all haven't eaten at Yaks yet.
No, we haven't eaten it yet.
Yeah.
We ate at Black Bear again last
Oh,
night.
did you?
I wanted a burger.
Yeah. Well,
That's not. You did end up with a burger.
yeah,
Finally.
Yaks has burgers. I mean, big burgers. You might, if you go there, you need to probably share one. But that food is delicious there, and it's a local place. And also, most places, not most, a good bit of them, you walk in and order, and then you go sit down. So you have to stand in line to order, and then they'll call you your number, or they'll hand you your food through a window while you're sitting down. So be prepared for standing a lot when you're going to different restaurants to order. So that would be another thing to prepare for.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And you need shorts and short sleeves, and you need long pants and long sleeves and a sweater.
Yeah, double back.
Interesting.
So we have beachwear and mountain wear with us.
Well, your view there just looks
It does
your
get hot
view
here.
is absolutely gorgeous. It's so beautiful, and the energy coming off of those trees is just so very inviting, and you all seem so happy and upbeat, very upbeat. I can feel all of you are just like elated. It's so beautiful to feel this beautiful energy coming from all four of you. Now that who you have someone joining you back there.
Oh,
This is
that's Jezebel.
Jezebel. Yes, sorry, Jezebel. Yes, absolutely. Well, we have so many people here, really excited to be here live with you and sharing your experience. The Flowing is here, Ruth is here, Warrior Girl is here, Chris MK, Alpha Numeric 1, Butterfly Kisses, Ron Unconditional. I have Shirley, Shelly, and the White Dragon is here, and Gina M is here, and they're all Janet P. And there's so many watching in the background, and they're just absolutely fascinated, absolutely captivated on all of the information that you're sharing with us live from Mount Shasta. I am over the moon just connecting with all three of you today, and I am honored to be your host.
When are you coming?
Oh, we're so honored to have you for our host. We want you to come out with us next time.
Yeah,
Thanks everybody in the chat room and watching us. It's really exciting to be able to do this. We weren't quite sure if it was going to work or not.
Yeah, definitely didn't know if it was going to work.
Sending lots of love.
Yeah, we're sending lots of love back at all of you.
Yeah.
absolutely. So I know that you have an appointment coming up. Do you want to say your closing remarks?
Sure.
Y'all gotta come.
Come on down.
I know you feel the energy from here to y'all, but being here physically does make you have a connection to the mountain, so it does make a difference. And so, if anybody has a chance, I would suggest them trying to visit Mount Shasta sometime.
Yep.
Yes, it's definitely worth it.
Yes.
A flat tire and a crazy little cabin on top of a mountain. It's all worth it. All that's immaterial compared to the information and energy that we're receiving, and becoming part of the mountain is just a beautiful thing. So
Wow.
thanks for
Thank
joining
you
us.
all.
And thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Dr. Gale, for joining us too. This has really been fun.
It has.
I think it's beautiful.
So we'll
that
say goodbye.
And Jezebel says hello.
Sorry, I was just saying it's so beautiful that you were there to help out Dr. Gale in the transition from one place to the other. And none of this is accidental. It's all divinely guided, and it's just so beautiful. And yeah, Jezebel, Dr. Gale, Heather, and Priscilla, we miss you. Enjoy yourself. Bring back lots of stories.
We certainly will.
Bye-bye.
We love you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thanks again. Bye-bye.